Terrifying discoveries beneath the ice that have left scientists shaken. For thousands of years, permafrost has been more than just a mass of frozen earth. It's a mysterious treasure trove containing untold stories that leave not only scientists, but anyone who witnesses them, in absolute shock. So what exactly lies beneath this thick layer of ancient ice, this colossal cold nest of nature? All will be revealed in today's 5-minute journey. So please, stay tuned. Ice Age Horse. In the frozen lands of Russia, scientists have just made a miraculous discovery: the body of a young horse from a now extinct species, preserved in near-perfect condition. Even more amazing, the discovery happened during their search for woolly mammoth remains. This young horse fossil offers a rare glimpse into an ancient world, like a time machine taking us back 40,000 years. Researchers hope the remains will help reconstruct the landscape and living conditions of the Ice Age, an era as wild as it is mysterious. Alligator in the ice. This may sound unbelievable, but for an alligator, being trapped in ice is just another day. A group of tourists in Oklahoma witnessed a chilling sight: an alligator frozen in a lake, with only its snout sticking out of the ice to breathe. Using a hammer, they managed to free the creature from its icy prison. But how did it survive such extreme cold? The secret lies in the alligator's biology. As a cold-blooded animal, it can enter a state similar to hibernation. By slowing its metabolism, the alligator keeps most of its body underwater, only exposing its snout for air, its own unique survival strategy for enduring freezing conditions until spring returns. Frozen fox. A heartbreaking incident occurred in the town of Frank. A fox, while hunting along the Danube River, accidentally slipped and fell into the freezing water. Despite struggling to escape, the strong, icy currents dragged it under. Shortly afterward, locals discovered the poor creature trapped in a block of ice. They tried using a chainsaw to free it, but due to the harsh weather in the dangerous river, all efforts were too late. The fox met a tragic fate, frozen in time. Perfect ice spheres. While exploring a frozen waterfall in British Columbia, a man made a bizarre discovery: perfectly round ice balls resting beneath the falls. Though mysterious at first glance, there's a scientific explanation. These ice spheres are formed when falling water spins chunks of ice at the base of the waterfall, naturally sculpting them into smooth, spherical shapes. Ancient zombie virus resurrected. Recently, scientists sent shockwaves through the research world by reviving a zombie virus believed to be 48,500 years old, uncovered from the Siberian permafrost. The virus was found in ancient lakebed ice, where temperatures remained incredibly low for millennia. According to experts, this is one of the most powerful and dangerous viruses ever discovered, capable of infecting and destroying certain single-celled organisms. Even more terrifying, the virus was still alive and active after tens of thousands of years buried under ice. However, scientists quickly reassured the public that the virus only targets tiny lifeforms like amoebas, and poses no risk to humans. Still, the discovery forces us to reflect: what other ancient threats lie hidden beneath these frozen layers, waiting to be awakened? Strange ice sample. In Utah, a group of young explorers discovered a mysterious circular formation on the surface of a frozen lake, one that made their skin crawl. Curious, they began to investigate and eventually found a strange substance at the center of the circle. Some people are skeptical that this might be evidence of extraterrestrial life. Some believe it's a natural phenomenon, while others think it's proof of aliens. Did aliens really land on the surface of Utah, or is there a more reasonable explanation? What do you think? Join the discussion with us in the comments below. Yeti spotted. A video causing a stir on social media shows a giant Yeti rummaging through a filmmaker's backpack. The person clearly realized the presence of the strange creature, and it's obvious the Yeti wasn't happy being disturbed. The video ends just as the Yeti moves toward the person filming, leaving many to wonder. Was it a hoax created by humans? Monster under the ice. Some people might not believe this, but a YouTuber, during his treasure hunting journey, discovered something haunting beneath the thick ice of Antarctica. He found the strange head of a monster. The creature lay motionless, bluish, far from civilization by thousands of kilometers. Its face, with bulging, misshapen eyes, instantly reminded viewers of terrifying horror movies. But soon, everything was revealed. It turned out to be a carefully staged product. One of the creations of SLW Venture, a famous YouTuber known for thrilling, suspenseful videos designed to attract young viewers. Mysterious creature in BCH. Nearly 3 decades ago, a strange incident happened in Canada when someone accidentally captured footage of a bizarre creature lying on the snow. The creature looked like an alien entity, with a weird head and a wide-open mouth and eyes, haunting. Witnesses were afraid that it might carry dangerous pathogens, so they planned to lift it with cables for study the next day. But strangely, when they returned, the creature had vanished without a trace, leaving behind countless questions and unsolved mysteries. Seagull rescue in the historic snowstorm. In 2023, New York City faced a record snowfall, extended power outages, and unprecedented winds. At La Sun Park in Buffalo, dozens of seagulls gathered by the Niagara River and got trapped under thick ice. As everything froze over, 2 local heroes, Gavin and Alex Murat, braved the conditions using hammers and household tools to break the ice and rescue the trapped birds. After tireless effort, they successfully freed 16 seagulls, leaving behind a heartwarming image of humanity in the face of a harsh winter storm. Frozen sinkholes in icy lands. Recently, global attention has turned to giant sinkholes formed when methane gas escapes from thawing permafrost due to rising temperatures. These powerful craters are not only natural wonders but also topics of heated debate. Some believe they could be remnants of alien landings in the distant past. Methane, one of the strongest greenhouse gases, bursts violently from beneath the Earth, creating massive explosive sinkholes. But are these truly natural phenomena, or signs left by interstellar visitors? The mystery continues to spark questions and endless debate. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Wolf head. In 2018, a shocking discovery was made in Yakutia, Siberia. A 40,000-year-old wolf head was found perfectly preserved, as if it had just been frozen yesterday. Locals discovered the head near the Tia River, stunning the global scientific community. It was completely intact, from razor-sharp teeth to soft, smooth fur. Even some soft tissue was unharmed. This discovery was like a time machine taking us back to the era when ancient wolves ruled the land. As if you could just hit play and see a pack of prehistoric wolves dancing around. Frozen pants in Twin Cities. A man pulled off a hilarious stunt by leaving a pair of pants outside until they froze solid, then proudly showed them off on Facebook. Minnesota residents were amazed and amused when they saw the photo. The pants stood upright as if someone was wearing them, but no one was in sight. It was truly a peak cold weather prank, turning freezing temperatures into an art form. And a clever way to make sure your pants don't fall down in winter. Minnesota warrior tools. Researchers from Norway have just discovered a prehistoric treasure, more than 200 arrows and ancient tools, all frozen and having slid down a slope in the past. Although these arrows are slightly worn, they still look as if they were just used in some kind of classic hunt. Archaeologists believe this area was an ideal hunting ground over 6,000 years ago, where ancient hunters might have missed a few shots, turning them into the targets of modern-day excavations. Ice Age bison fossil. During a surprising expedition along the Mystery River, 2 explorers discovered a rare fossil, a massive skull of an Ice Age bison. What's remarkable is that the skull is still intact, with a pair of perfectly preserved 76 cm long horns, completely undamaged. This astonished the researchers. Scientists stated that this was an extraordinary find because this species of bison has been extinct for a long time, and no living animals today share the same characteristics. This fossil is believed to be a clear piece of evidence of the existence of an ancient wild animal that once lived in the harsh conditions of the Ice Age. Discoveries like this not only shed light on ancient wildlife but also open new hypotheses about the ecosystems of that era. Advances in fossil research continue to bring unexpected surprises and enrich our understanding of the planet's biological history. Yeti encounter on the ice. In 1996, a group of mountaineers climbing the treacherous peaks of the Himalayas in Nepal had a strange encounter that made them believe they had seen the legendary creature, the Yeti. This sighting was more than just a glimpse, it was a mysterious experience. They described the creature as having unusually long arms, clearly different from a human's body. What made this encounter more compelling were the harsh conditions the team was facing: temperatures below zero, heavy snowfall, and frequent avalanches. Under such circumstances, it would have been nearly impossible for a human in bulky gear to climb those icy slopes. These factors further convinced the mountaineers that they had come across a non-human creature. They also captured some photos and footprints, possibly evidence of the Yeti's existence, making the story even more mysterious. This evidence, along with local reports and accounts from other explorers in the region, has made the Yeti one of the most famous and unsolved legends in history. Remains of a Viking. Small items can sometimes carry monumental discoveries. One of the most striking archaeological finds was a Viking glove over 1,000 years old. This artifact was found in the Landen Mountains, where archaeologists were excavating and uncovering important relics. Although it's just a simple glove, the discovery caused specialists to pause and reflect. After thorough examination, archaeologists identified it as belonging to an ancient Viking who had passed through the area during the peak of Viking civilization. In particular, this find is a valuable piece of evidence about the life and journeys of Viking people. Finding such a seemingly minor item can tell the story of an individual who traveled through harsh regions during that era. This discovery not only helps clarify part of Viking history, but also opens new research into their connections with the lands they explored and conquered. Conclusion. So we've explored some mysterious and chilling discoveries hidden beneath layers of ice. Each story carries deep human value about resilience, the power of nature, and the unsolved mysteries that surround our world. These tales don't just spark curiosity, they also remind us to appreciate what we have today. If you found these stories fascinating and want to discover more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the latest videos. Thank you for watching, have a wonderful day, and see you in the next video.